situation.
Right. So am I supposed to be looking the camera, you, both, back and forth? What are we
So
doing?
I want you.
Basically was me kind of going to my leadership and, needing some help. My aunt had been diagnosed with cancer. We found out she was in ICU. Wanted to take my mom to see her one last time. And my supervisor never looked up from her screen, kept working. Basically said, "Well, what is this going to look like?" Like I was putting the facility out in some way by having a tragedy in my family, and so I decided at that moment in time that this was probably not the kind of leadership style that I was able to work for or deal with. And my aunt passed away before we got to see her. So I rooted in and said, I'm going to have compassion for my employees and the people that I am chosen to lead. I think there's lots of qualities that are equally important, but if you can't, like I said, have compassion, if you can't look at the people around you who you're serving, as well as who work for you, who work with you, if you can't notice that maybe they need help or maybe, they're having a rough day or something like that, you really can't lead anybody. If all you're doing is walking in front and never looking to the side or behind, make sure you're not leaving people behind. I think it's a quality that a lot of leaders fail in. If not fail, they forget.
Yeah.
Once they start getting to a certain level in their careers. So I try and find the good things in everything and the humor. Even the worst moments in life have a moment of ridiculousness. So if you can't laugh at yourself and the ridiculousness sometimes that's around you, you're not going to make it. So I probably not the best quality, but every now and then when it gets uncomfortable, I make a dumb joke. And everybody's like, did you really just do that? I'm like, I did. It was good, wasn't it? Yeah. And then also, I always try and say, yeah, this is a bad day, but it could be this, or I could be in a hospital bed here or there, or, wherever you're at. So it's like, yeah, I'm having a bad day, but I don't, I'm not on unit C or something like that, and not me that's, needing help. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you got to be creative, but you could probably take almost any bad situation and find a worse situation.
Correct.
And like, at least we're not.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Like if something breaks in your house, well, you live in the United States, you can get it fixed.
Exactly. Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
Yes, that's such a great mindset.
So I actually started wanting to do something with behavioral health in high school. We took several electives, and the two that I chose were psychology and criminal justice. And they were both fascinating, but for some reason, psychology was more fascinating to me. The human mind and how it works, or sometimes how it doesn't work, how it gets, sidetracked and stuff like that. And then, I guess it was probably a year into me starting to work here. I had already worked at other facilities. We had a tragedy in my family. We had one of our family members had an accidental overdose. And we did not even have a clue that he was using anything. So it hit at a time where I was about to give up on this career and wanting to be in this, but I decided that I had to stay for him because there's going to be other families that need this.
Yeah, so it's like your call to action.
Yeah. So I, couldn't give up. And that's why when some days I get, a little over it, it's like, I get it. I'm going to stay. Don't worry. I got it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, Jennifer. I know that was tough.
No problem. Yeah.
It's great because it shows your passion.
Yeah.
And genuinely.
And I think everybody has a family member or a friend of a friend. It impacts everybody, mental health does, so for sure. But even if you're just in a relationship or your family member works in a psychiatric hospital, it affects you too. It impacts you too. They come home, they're having those days, and you're part of the reason they keep going in the morning, you know? So, yeah.
Again, you're so good at reframes. Well, come in.
That's our cue.
That is our cue.
Hello! Aw, don't you look so sweet?